Midwest Picker on YouTube.
Hey, Midwest Picker here, and Joey, my sidekick, my CPA. Real quick, it's been hot. This is July 21, I think, or July 20. It's really cool. It's like in the 60s and 70s, but last week and the week before it was in the 90s. Well, now because it's cooled off, Joey's complaining he's cold because he has 0% body fat. So I gave him my ear flap hat and a scarf. Maybe he'll shut up now. I don't know. But the weather's beautiful. We finally got some rain. So this is a what's sold on eBay video. Why do we do these? Other resellers make these videos too. The reason we do it is because if you're a reseller, you don't want to waste your time and your money sourcing the wrong items. So I tell you where I sourced this item, what I paid for it, what it sold for, who paid the shipping, and how long it took to sell. All for free. This way, when you go out and source stuff, it gives you an idea, a ballpark idea, when you're at garage sales, estate sales, auctions, flea markets, wherever you go, thrift stores. When you see stuff, you'll say, I saw this on Midwest Picker's channel. Took 6 months to sell, but he made a huge profit, and you'll grab it. But if it's something I say is a dud and I barely made a few bucks, then you might not want to buy it. So that's what this is. This video is informative, it's educational, it's a little bit entertaining, not much. So 25 items. I believe this is for the month of June. It's actually late May, early June. So here we go, 25 in less than 25 minutes, I guarantee it. But before we do, I just want to shout out all the new subscribers. Holy cow, YouTube found my last video, 25 items you can sell on eBay, and it went crazy. Normally my videos barely break 100 views. Last time I checked, it was 1,300 views. YouTube is suggesting it and pushing it out there. I've got 65 plus new subscribers, so welcome guys. I'm glad you're here. Please stay subscribed, hit that bell icon. But I'm going to put a picture up of the growth of my channel just in a matter of a week. Not even a week, a few days. It's nuts. Also, if you have YouTube Studio, you can do all kinds of analytics. And I saw that I have viewers from all over the world. So shout out to my friends and viewers in Canada, the UK, Australia, the Philippines, India. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. So let's get into the video. First item is this art print, signed, autographed by the voice actor. Don't ask me what the program is. It's like an animation anime thing. I know nothing about it. I don't have to. It's got a certificate of authenticity, not super high value. I sourced about 18 of these from High Bid. Cost of goods about $4 each. Listed for $19.95, took a best offer of $17. The buyer paid the shipping, and it took about 4 months to sell. Next is this set of vintage blue glass bottles. This is Phillips Milk of Magnesia. Man, every time I say that, Milk of Magnesia, my stomach like rumbles. So this is called Cobalt Blue Glass. It's very collectible, does not need a label on it. This is very old. My sister gave these to me for free. Thank you, sister. Listed for $19.95, took a best offer of $16. Took about 5 months to sell. Not too bad. Next are wallpaper borders. Now, if you're under the age of, I don't know, 30 or 40, you probably have no idea what these are, but it's got like glue on the back and you wet it with water and you put it on your walls at the top of the wall where it meets the ceiling around the room. I think they're called wallpaper borders. Got these for 25 cents a roll from a Restore. Listed for $24.95, took a best offer of $20. Free shipping and handling. It took 3 years for these to sell. Kind of evident that people don't want these anymore. So even if you can source these from a thrift store or a Restore or a garage sale or whatever, I don't recommend you buy them.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Next is this really cool lot of 50 vintage, these are actually antique bank checks from the 1890s. Cost of goods was a bit high. I paid 50 bucks from a YouTube auction, sold for $99. Took 2 years to sell. So it's up to you if you want to source something like that. They don't take up any space whatsoever. Put them aside. If it takes 2 years, whatever, especially if you can get them super cheap. Next is this die-cast truck, still new in the box, free to me. Sold for $19.95. The buyer paid shipping and handling. Took about a year to sell, so not bad. Next is this Coca-Cola check from 1954, I believe. Got these from a YouTube auction. I think I won like 5 in a lot. So I kept one because I just think it's cool, and I sold the rest. Sold for $12.95, free shipping and handling. Took 2 years to sell. Next, I bought a whole lot of Disney lapel pins from a YouTube auction. Big mistake. Big mistake because I overpaid $3.50 a piece. This one sold for $9.95. Don't ever pay that much for a Disney lapel pin. $1 a piece or less. And the second problem, I don't know why, but they're highly, highly counterfeited. There are websites that will show you the difference between a genuine Disney lapel pin and a counterfeit. Half of mine are counterfeit. I had to chuck them in the garbage. So that's another loss there. So buyer beware. Buyer paid shipping, took 2 years to sell. I still have several left. Would I source them again? A big fat no. Next one, another Disney lapel pin, took a best offer of $7. Next is this lot of Dollhouse furniture. Every once in a while you will find this, especially at a garage sale. They'll be in like a 1-gallon Ziploc bag. Just tons of Dollhouse furniture, kitchenware and furniture and little baby toilets and all that kind of stuff. If you could source it cheap, grab it. They don't even necessarily have a brand attached to each little piece. This is free to me. I think we bought or got a free Dollhouse and all the furniture for my granddaughter to play with years ago. Got rid of the Dollhouse a long time ago. For some reason, the Dollhouse furniture was still in a box, like a shoebox, kicking around in the storage closet. I found it, asked Mrs. Midwest, do you care if I sell this? She said no. Part of our family budget, so cost of goods is $0. I think I listed this lot for $59.95. I took a best offer of $40. Free shipping and handling, took about a year to sell. So if you can find this out in the wild cheap, I recommend you grab it. Next is Smith & Wesson ear protection. If you don't know, if you target shoot or skeet shoot or hunt or whatever, you probably wear ear protection, eye protection. So this is just a little clip-on thing that goes on your shirt. I got these from a restore store. I grabbed like 8 of them. Cost of goods was 50 cents. This person bought 2 of them for $25.98. Took 2 years to sell. I think they're gone now. So if you can source things like that for 25 cents, 50 cents in bulk, usually always sells very well. We're trucking right along. The next one is hilarious. It's an Enaman plush toy. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but I have one way up there on the shelf in a plastic case. That's the original one I bought from Kevin Commonwealth Picker. I'll always keep that one. This one is gifted to me from my sister. She said, sell this on eBay. I thought, you know what? I'm going to auction this thing on eBay, and I'm going to put Midwest Picker in the title and some free stickers, free Midwest Picker refrigerator magnet. This thing's going to blow up and go crazy. That's what I thought. Well, it sold for $10. $10.50 free shipping. It did not take off. Some of these Enaman plush toys, they sell for a lot of money. Some of them don't sell. I think putting Midwest Picker in the title may have hurt the sale. I don't know. Put down in the comments, was that dumb? Should I just put rare Enaman plush toy and not put Midwest Picker in the title? Does anybody on eBay even know who I am? So I think that might have hurt. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. What could I have done better to get a better price? Because some of those sell for $30, $40. Next is the gender genetics test kit. So I got this at Walgreens as part of a clearance. If you didn't know, these big pharmacies, big box pharmacy stores, Walgreens, and others sell things on clearance, sometimes really, really cheap. So this was on one of those rolling carts and it was marked like 75 cents. So I grabbed it. Sold for $26.95. Free shipping and handling is really light, and it took about 2 months to sell. Next is this new in the package Winston Cup matches. Ooh-wee, 1990s, free to me. Sold for $10, free shipping, took about a year. People do collect, I don't know how to pronounce it, Tobacconia? I don't know. Tobacco cards, Joe Camel stuff, matches. People do collect it, but it takes a long time to sell. You got to get it cheap if you're going to resell it. Another Walgreens clearance item. I'm probably going to butcher this name. Glucosamine and chondroitin. I think that's how you say it. Super cheap clearance item. 72 cents a bottle. I knew this stuff was expensive because Mrs. Midwest takes this stuff. And I grabbed 2 of them for 72 cents a piece. Listed for $19.95. It took a best offer of $18. Buyer paid shipping. It only took 2 months to sell. So if you go to a big box pharmacy, any of them, I don't care, Rite Aid, if they still exist, whatever it is, look for sale items, but don't overpay. And clearance items, if you can get clearance items 90% off, almost always buy it because you can flip it. It's an over-the-counter product as long as it's not expired. No problem selling it on eBay. Next are these Masa plates, free to me. Thank you, sister. She gave these to me to sell on eBay. No problem. It took a best offer of $20, free ship. Took about 6 months to sell. Next is this Nissan, I think this is a dealership booklet, brochure, whatever. If you go to a car dealership and you're looking at new cars, they have these color brochures, at least they used to. And I owned a Nissan 300ZX. It was a 1990 sweet car. I'll put a picture up if I can find it. So this is a brochure I just snagged somewhere because I wanted it, even though it wasn't even the right year. And I've been carrying this around with me for 20 years. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go through my tote of stuff, and I don't even care about this stuff anymore. I'm just going to sell it on eBay. And it sold. $20, probably a best offer, free shipping, super inexpensive to ship. Took about 5 months. Next is a Noritake fruit bowl, free to me from my sister. Thanks again, sister. Listed it for $19.95, took a best offer of $17. Buyer paid shipping, took about 4 months to sell. Next is this ceramic water pitcher and bowl. I don't remember where I got it. I think my sister gave it to me. I don't even know. I can't remember. It's been a while. Took a best offer of $31, free shipping, took about 4 months to sell. Next is this power belt. Now, I'm old. I call these things fan belts, but I had to learn the hard way by doing my research. Nobody calls it that anymore. They're called power belts. I won like 33 of these on a high bid auction. Cost of goods 52 cents a piece. They don't sell well and they don't sell fast. Sold this for $9.95. Free shipping and handling. This one took 2 years to sell. I still have a box half full. So I sourced these 2 years ago. I've only gone through half of them. The profit margin's not that great. You can't slip it in a poly mailer, even though it's in a poly already. And they do sell eventually. The problem is they're not branded. These are not like Mopar or GMC or anything like that. Motorcraft, they're not OEM. There's some off-brand. They do have a code number, like a serial number and some weird number that people could look up to see if it works for them. The problem is they have no way of knowing. So if this is a off-brand power belt, they're going to take forever to sell. I don't recommend you source these. They're just too cheap, and they're on Amazon, and people buy them there and they get them less than what I sell them for. So I don't advise you source these.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Another Walgreens clearance item. Oh yeah, called a French word. Joey loves the French language. It's very romantic. Retail arbitrage. This one is Prevagen. I paid $2.77 a piece. That was like 90% off. Listed for $59.95. I took a best offer of $50. Free shipping. Took about 2 months to sell. Next is really cool, and I wanted to keep it, but you can't keep everything. I sourced this from Facebook Marketplace. This is a socket set from the 19 teens. I would have to look up my sold. I think it's 1918. 1914, something like that. It's a very unusual company. I think it's called the Bethlehem Spark Plug Company, and they made socket sets from like 1912 to 1940. They're almost always in a tin or steel case, little flip top case. This one in particular was made in a wooden case. Very rare. Found it. Lady wanted $100 for it. I offered her $80 and she took it. I rarely spend that much money to source an item to resell. It was just too cool to pass up. After I got it at home, I had to do a ton of research. This is not like Craftsman. You know, this is very odd. I don't think this company exists anymore, but I did some research, found out what it was, pasted all of that into the description on eBay, which helps a lot. I took a best offer of $150. Buyer paid shipping because it is heavy. It took only 3 weeks to sell. And I'm not saying every vintage socket set's going to do well, but if you can source good ones that are in high demand, Snap-on, SK, Craftsman, Starrett, and they're really, really old, like when the company first started, people do collect that kind of stuff. Next is this teeny tiny little box of like industrial staples you put in a giant, air-powered staple gun. The box is like 5 by 3 by 3. It's really tiny, but it's kind of heavy. Free to me from my friend that was cleaning out his pole barn. So thank you, friend, for that. Took a best offer of $18. Free shipping. Took about 2 months to sell. The key to that one is that this little box of staples was still sealed in the plastic. You might source these or find these that are open where you can just open it up and look in. Well, the problem is if it says 1,000 staples or 500 or 2,000, how do you know they're all in there? So I don't ever do that. Like puzzles at thrift stores, it says 500 piece puzzle or 1,000 piece puzzle. Or are you going to take it home and count all those just to make $3? It's not worth my time. So anything that has a huge amount, like deck screws or nails or staples or whatever, I recommend you only source that if the package is still sealed and unopened. Next is what's called a tack bag. It's a tactical bag. This is what you store your firearms in. It could be a handgun, it could be a folding pistol caliber carbine, it could be a rifle, whatever, but it's called a tack bag. It's very light, it's 100% polyester, very tough, strong zippers on it. You put all your gear in there. You can buy these all over the place. I got this on HiBid. Cost of goods was $19, listed it for $59.95, took a best offer of $50. Free shipping and handling. It just slips nicely in a giant poly bag, which I have some big poly bags. You just slide it in there. This thing's not going to get damaged. And if you didn't know, yes, you can sell this on eBay. You can sell optics. You can sell magazines. You can sell tack bags. You can sell slings. You can sell all that kind of stuff. You just can't sell actual firearms, firearm parts, or ammunition. Well, maybe you can sell firearm parts. I don't know. Next are tobacco cards. I have made a ton of money on these tobacco cards. I went to a live in-person auction. Cost of goods $2.17. These suckers are pristine. They're in these plastic sleeves and holders, 3-ring binder, well taken care of. These are from the early turn of the century 1900s. These things usually get beat up bad, and fingerprints and dirt and tears and corners are bent. Somebody took care of these on day one and they still look very fresh. So I'm getting top dollar. Took a best offer of $35, free shipping, took about 2 years to sell. Last one's hilarious. This is an electric typewriter I got on HiBid, paid $4. I was the only bidder. Apparently nobody wanted it, didn't know it was worth anything. Turns out it was new open box, probably had never been used. I listed it on eBay. I made a little video with a piece of paper in it and me typing a little message showing that it works. It's got the owner's manual, all the cords, even the ribbon is still working, and actually you can type on paper with it. It is awesome. Buyer paid full price, $59.95. They paid for shipping. Only took about 5 months to sell. So that's the video, guys. 25 items that you can sell right now on eBay. Might take a few days, might take a few weeks, might take a few months, might take a few years, who knows. But thanks for watching, guys. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I really, really appreciate it. That is awesome that YouTube is pushing out and suggesting my videos. Maybe this video will only get 50 views. I don't know. It's just quirky, weird. Joey says, hit that thumbs up on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And if you know anybody new to reselling, that are just like, you know, I don't know what to source and I don't trust anybody on YouTube, hit that share button down below. Share this video with somebody that wants to get into reselling and they want to learn, what do I source? I also have a playlist of how-tos. They're a little outdated, but how to list, how to sign up on eBay, how to write a description, how to take photos, how shipping works, which is really outdated. So those are helpful. My email's down below. Any questions you have, shoot me an email and I'll try to help you out. Until next time, see ya.